The War on Drugs, Methamphetamine, Keith Potvin, Drugs and Crime, Final Project, ECPI. Methamphetamine is a central nervous system stimulant drug that is similar in structure to amphetamine. Due to its high potential for abuse, methamphetamine is classified as a Schedule II drug and is available only through a prescription that cannot be refilled. Although methamphetamine can be prescribed by a doctor, its medical uses are very limited, and the doses that are prescribed are much lower than those typically abused. Most of the methamphetamine abused in this country comes from foreign or domestic superlabs, although it can also be made in small illegal laboratories where its production endangers the people in the labs, neighbors, and the environment. Where does it come from? According to the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, 65% of all meth consumed in the United States now comes from Mexican drug cartels, 53% from superlabs in Mexico itself, and 12% from Mexican-run superlabs within the U.S. Just as final note, a superlab is considered a lab that produces more than 10 pounds of meth in a 24-hour period. What is meth made from? Although there are a few different processes and chemicals involved, some of the main ingredients can include lithium, red phosphorus, lye, which is sodium hydroxide, Coleman fuel, or any solvent for that matter, and pseudoephedrine. No matter the method, pseudoephedrine is the necessary main ingredient in all methods. So how do we stop it? Now that we have talked about what meth is, some of its ingredients, and where it comes from, now let's discuss how we can stop it. There's so many manufacturers of pseudoephedrine around the globe. Here are just a few. Today, states have regulated and controlled the purchase of pseudoephedrine with only small amounts that can be purchased with a driver's license requirement. This act, known as the Combat Methamphetamine Epidemic Act, was put into law in 2005. The problem was this created smurfing, and though it did a great job of limiting the availability of pseudoephedrine, it pushed the market to Mexico even more. Smurfing is the action of getting multiple people with multiple IDs to purchase pseudophed from multiple locations. As we discussed, there are many manufacturers of pseudoephedrine around the world. When it's in the United States, it's too late. The following is a new law created by ECPI's Drug and Crime class. Number 1. The U.S. will identify each manufacturer of pseudoephedrine around the globe. Number 2. The U.S. will create a task force that will negotiate with countries' diplomats to inspect all manufacturing of pseudoephedrine. We will require a tracking system to include a global CAS number for all pseudoephedrine manufacturing and shipping. Number 4. All shipping of the narcotic will have to be approved and given a special shipping number specific to that drug. Number 5. Receipt of any of the narcotic will require a closeout of that specific shipping number. The DEA will facilitate the task force inspections along with the U.S. Customs at the border. Sanctions will be placed on any country that does not comply with these regulations. No business will be performed with any pharmaceutical company that does not comply or violates these regulations. And finally, DEA and our allies will work with the Mexican government to shut down methamphetamine superlabs. Money will be provided for information and support for those who help in that effort. The meth problem is too late to fight when it's in our own backyards. We have to stop it at the source. We won't ever stop it all, but with resources in place and manufacturers' compliance around the globe, we could win this war on drugs.